7th of October, and yes, I'm back in the hot seat and in the office today. So good to be back with you after taking a week off last week. Had my mum down, and obviously if you've got kids with school, you'll know it was school holidays right now. So yeah, we just hung out and did stuff with the kids and cooked and ate and drank and laughed and did all those good things you should do when you're together with family. So it was a really wonderful time. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you all coming in to join us this morning. And yeah, sorry, I'm a teensy bit late. I was actually quite impressed with myself. I thought, oh, for a Monday, because of course I've had the mill meeting this morning, I thought I might get here on time. Went right on 11 o'clock to click live, and then it tells me it needs to do an update. It's always the way. Girl takes a week off, and then the software decides to update itself. But yes, here in the office, and yeah, the one thing though I have to admit is I did not do a lot of knitting last week at all. In fact, I did very little knitting last week. But that's actually okay. And actually, I'm going to jump in and tell you the one thing that I didn't do was start the MCAL. I did download the first clue, so I've got that downloaded and printed out. And I even took home, you'll laugh, so don't laugh at me, because, you know, instead of taking home ball stock, Maree has taken home pearl luster thread waste. So I'm actually at the point that I'm thinking that I may not even do it in 5 colours. It may end up being more than 5 colours because I'm doing it in thread waste. So I do need to get started. Kirsty, I know, has started hers. She showed me hers this morning. It is looking quite good. And she was doing hers actually in the sock yarn, the Skeinz sock that we had on sale, plus some of that beautiful single roving sock. She's got that as well. It's looking really good. Is anyone else doing the MKAL? How are they getting on? I know there's a few of you doing it. So that's tomorrow. Fingers crossed tomorrow I'll be able to get stuck in and cast on that first clue. I've been very good. I'm in a group. I haven't, that's an MCAL group. I haven't looked. I know some people have posted up their progress. I haven't looked at it to see anything there. I've just read the pattern as it's written so far and some of his tips on what colours to select for colour A through what have you. So, and I'll probably roughly follow that. But yeah, I'll see how I go. I'm usually, if it annoys me or I get to a point where I'm not following the pattern exactly, I might jump on just to check my progress. But so yeah, I need to do it. Oh, Wendy, on section 3 of the MCAL, I'm loving it. Yeah, Kirsty said she's quite enjoying it too. I love it. Louise, you've got a week of tinking and frogging, all of which have to be renoted. Yeah. Oh, that's not like you to make that many mistakes, Louise. You're usually pretty onto it. No, well, I ended up having people just with family here and Dad being here and social. I just, seriously, I was in bed, but I just watched Lego Masters last night, and then it was off to bed advice for me. I was absolutely shattered. Knackered. But that's okay. I did do some knitting. I've got all my stuff right here to show you. I did do some knitting. And this is what I did do. I may have shown you these because I think I started this one. So these are a couple of hats. Funny that. They look identical because they almost are identical. So what these are a couple of hats which I have designed in the Kelly & Co. Remore. This is a hat design. You may recognise this hat because these are unblocked, by the way. It's sort of a beret style hat that I've got a Cove one that I've worn quite regularly. It's a style of hat. I knit this hat all the time. And it's a hat that often is made up as it goes along. It's one that I've knitted so many times over the years. I never had a pattern written down. Most of it's come out of the head. And I finally thought, ooh, I actually do need to write this down. So what I have been doing, and this is why I've knit this, what I have been doing is I have been writing this hat down and to flick across to Ethan. And the reason why I've done this hat is because this hat is seamed. And we do have a lot of people that like to knit hats but don't like to knit hats in the round, or because of once you get to the small circumferences, it can get just a bit fiddly, and they find it just much easier working it flat. And the nice thing about this hat, and this is what I like about this hat, and especially this hat in this yarn, is because of the rustic nature of this hat and this yarn, like rustic in look, not rustic in texture because it's beautiful and soft, you're able to, and I haven't blocked this, you can actually knit it, and that's my seam there, and it's invisible. It's with a good mattress stitch seam. It is, there's the other one there, completely invisible. Oh, where is it? Now I can't find it. I've got to look inside out to find it. There it is. So, and it is super, that's there, yeah, there it is. Oh god, Maree, there we go. There it is there, that one there. It's totally simple. So I've just been playing around with it, because every time I do it, I change it, and every time I do it, I thought, no, I need to get standardized on this. I've been playing around. I did different decreasing on this one to doing it on this one. So this is what I've been working on while I was away, and I'm hoping once I get this done that this will be a really neat little hat pattern that you guys can have as a gift for purchase with your Kelly & Co. So that's what I've been working on. I know, run to it, Pan. I might actually get something flicked across to Ethan. And what I may even do is actually, if I flick it across to Ethan, I'll get him to write up in the round version, and he, yeah, between the two of us, we'll be able to get, you can have that for Kelly & Co. Speaking of which, if you are in Christchurch and you visit Outlaw HQ and you're wanting to see Kelly & Co. in person, they do have it in at HQ. So do go pop down and see them, because it's a good way you can actually lay the colours out next to each other if you're wanting to do some colour work, to see how they look. And that's the hard part, isn't it? When you're wanting to do some colour work, is to put those colours together, and it's often difficult to do that on a screen. So if you are in Christchurch, they have that there. Now, one of the pieces of colour work, and I'm so glad that I've got this here, you all saw the Nanook I did in the Remore, which is a single colour. Those three glorious colours there, which are grainy, which, by the way, this is starting to get really low. So that's grainy, which is the green. The new order is on the water, so it is inbound. This is Arthonia, which is the grey. So this is the lighter version to, actually I'll hold this up against that. So this is the Remore, this is the lighter version. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, we're just going to have to let it ring. I've got to unplug. Oh, I can unplug it. Right, there we go. That got rid of that. Got to unplug it. So that's the Arthonia. Here's the Remore. That's a great colour. And this is Firefly, which is so much fun, this gorgeous orange. So these are the colours that Guy Reichenbach chose when he wanted to knit his Atlas by Jared Flood. And he popped through during school holidays. He popped through last week. He was passing through, and he dropped this off for us to borrow, because as he said, he's not going to need to wear it with the weather being so warm. And he said, oh, would you like it to display in the shop? And we're like, yes, please. So there it is there. Isn't that amazing? So that, and I'm so glad that we've got that to show you the quality of the colour work. Isn't that just utterly gorgeous? So that is his Atlas. It's beautiful. It feels great. It is lovely and soft. It feels, actually, I haven't had it. Should we have a sneaky look at your float, Sky? Oh, you clever sausage. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. It is lovely. Absolutely lovely. Feels great. And as he said, he hasn't had, he told the girls that he hasn't done a wet block on this. So it looks pretty good without a wet block. Yeah, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Yes, Atlas. So it's really good to see this pattern knitted up, because it then tells you that, you know, this is where these patterns would do. And there's Atlas, and I'm trying to actually, I had everything all organized and set up to show you guys with all of these. And of course the Bee Live needed to do its update. Let me just jump over here, because there was and I'll pull this up and show you guys. There we go. And there's also a kids version of this pattern as well. So let me just pop this on the screen for you. Oh, and now I need to do the share screen over here, which is now, of course, hidden by the light. There we go. Okay. Oh, get your act together, Maree. There we go. So the nice, let's put me down here. There we go, so you guys can see this. So there we go. So this is, and the beautiful thing about this is it's done in shelter, the Brooklyn tweed shelter, and the tension is absolutely bang on. And looking at the tension that Guy's got in here and the feel of the fabric, it is just perfect. So it's really nice to see a project like this in real life, to actually see that the substitution for the yarn works really well. And that's why I chose the Nanook too. I think the Nanook was done in a different yarn originally, but had exactly the same tension, also in a woolen spun yarn. So I think that's the one thing. I know Ethan talks about this a lot as well. There are some differences between woolen and worsted spun yarns. There are considerations that you need to make when you're substituting between one and another. But this is woolen spun with woolen spun, and it does make a difference in terms of having it look really, really, really good. So no, it looks absolutely stunning. So that is the adult version. And there is also, look at that, a kids version. So that's done in the loft. That's done in the finer version. So we don't have that just yet, but it will come, people. It will come if I get my way. Someone's just walked in and she, yeah, she's laughing over there. I know. It's a ongoing discussion. No, it's not. She hear that? No, it's not. She says. Right, now I've just pulled up Jared's page, and let's see what else. There was one other that he has gone and done. Oh, hold on, let's go to our, because he's designed so jolly much, the man. Where has he got it in collections? There was one, and I think it is called, I'm sure, there it is. This is the other one that I wanted to pull up. Yeah, this one here. This is brownstone. Now, brownstone is also done in shelter, a slightly looser tension, which you would be absolutely no problem with this. What I love about this design is it's a classic shawl collared sweater. It's got a real classic feel about it. It's absolutely beautiful, but it just, to me, screams this Arthonia or the Remor that I used for my Nanook. It really is, to me, this is one that is an absolute no-brainer. If you were looking for a sweater, it's on a male model, but this is a sweater that could be done for either male or female. It will give you that beautiful, relaxed shawl collar, sort of roundhouse type of sweater, and that is another one that I think is definitely worth considering. The sizings, not super generous in the sizing, but they are men's sizing, a 2XL men's sizing, which would at a pinch probably do me. And to be honest with you, adding in a little bit of extra ease in there, I can't see it being too much of a problem. And as you can see from the model, there is a wee bit of, what does it say about the ease on that? It is, did he say anything about the ease? Oh, there you go, 3 to 5 inches of ease. So there's tons of ease in there. So those are a couple of options for you. But thank you, Guy, for loaning this for us. In fact, it's going to go out in the shop very, very shortly, so everyone can enjoy it. Right, you do not want to see the state of the desk. Trust me, it's an absolute mess in here at the minute. And I haven't got my glasses on, so I'm struggling to see the comments. Oh, I love it. Kathy, she said it just popped in to say hello, but she can't stop because she's at work. She hasn't got her headphones. No problem, Kathy. Which means I better be organised and do this then. Since Super Kathy is in here, I'm just dropping in the brownstone. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's jump over to there, and I'll get you that other one for Atlas. You get so used to Kathy being there and doing this for you. I'm so incredibly lucky. Send. Right, done. All right. Okie dokie. Oh, everyone is here. It's so good to see everyone here. Oh, see, Michelle, here I am. I didn't scroll down far enough. Michelle's onto it today. Bless her heart. So it's got everyone. Oh, that's good because my ones jump into YouTube as well, Michelle. So that's good. That's a nice thing about me doing. I should be doing it at this end. I'm hopeless. Now, what else did I have to show you today? I'm going to show you a couple of things that I'm hoping to photograph this afternoon. When I say hoping to photograph, I'm going to tell myself I'm going to photograph them as soon as I stop talking. Oh, Patricia says good morning, Claire.
Morning, Patricia. Anyone else?
Yeah, there she is. She's must made herself a cup of tea. We've got a couple of things that were sitting that arrived actually just before I went away, and we didn't quite get around to getting them up, but I am going to get them up today. And the first thing I'm going to get up today is this little beauty. That, isn't that glorious? Beautiful, rich Oxford Navy Blue DK in Sockmatition Edition DK. And before you ask yourself, oh, what is this beautiful thing? We've called it Requiem. This is Bruton, but if Bruton was a solid colour. Why have we done this? Yes, you will need to ask the Mills Dye House that. However, it is utterly divine. So, of course, obviously, we don't do solid colours all the time. We've got Delavry, we've got Milk, and now that we've got this. So if you're wanting to do a little bit of colour work or two colour work, this and Milk are very happy friends together. So I'm going to get this photographed up as a unexpected limited edition. So that will go up on the website, but it's glorious. It's actually very similar. Yeah, it's almost identical to there we go, look, to the blue that I'm wearing. Beautiful. So we've got that to come up. And then we've got these three little goodies here, which is the 12 ply yarns, the merino alpaca acrylic. They are just, again, 3 limited editions. Oh, let's flip them around that way. And look at those. So there's the natural shade there at the bottom, and then a couple of dyed shades at the top. This yarn is incredibly soft. It is really lush, really, really soft. Brilliant if you're wanting to do, like, this would make a great squishy blanket, or like I think I had put up a big cocoon cardigan a couple of weeks ago. This would be great for that. So if you're looking for something warm, squishy, quick to knit, this is a limited edition that we've got. I just need to photograph those. The grey is called Huya, and then we've got the green is Bellbird, and this beautiful colour here is Urchin. So I'm hoping to get those up. Oh, what were they going up at? Price-wise, $5.95? Didn't get that far. It'll be somewhere around there. As I said, merino alpaca and a little bit of acrylic. So this is a yarn that I know that is, well, not in these colours, but it is available elsewhere for a lot more than that. So I just need to take pictures of those and get those on the website for you today. So that will be loads of fun. What else did I have to tell you about today? I did write it down. Where is my other list? Oh, of course I wrote it down. Skeinz Speakeasy. You may have noticed I did manage to, I got a wee nudge. Thank you, Barbara, for the nudge, to remind me to put out the new theme for the Speakeasy, which was Spring Fling. So just, it's anything to do with spring. I mean, it's here in Hawke's Bay is beautiful in springtime. So we've got blossoms, we've got sunshine, there's everything. So how, I mean, and I would love to see any posts that you're doing around spring and what you're knitting in spring, what's making you feel good, even if you're stuck at home in a lockdown and you're not able to get out anywhere. And if the sun is shining and you're feeling like you want to share, get a picture up and you could go into a draw to win a garment pack with us for Skeinz. And as promised, we have randomly drawn a winner for our freedom for last month, which is Fiona Gray. So congratulations, Fiona. I will be in touch with you shortly, and we will be pulling together a garment pack of pearl luster, some pearl bits and pieces for you. In fact, we'll drop you a note and see what you want. Because you may want to mix it up between pearl luster and even whisper fine if you wanted to, so we can do that too. So we'll drop you a note and get in touch with you around that. Hey Jeanette, it's Freedom Day in Greater Sydney today. That's right, I did hear about that. Hey, that is, well, it's because I think you guys have been in lockdown for over 100 days, isn't it? It's been a long time in Sydney, so congratulations. And oh, here we go. Sandy got the mulberry silk. Oh, you wish you'd brought so much more. Sandy, you are not alone on that. Loads of people bought some. So what Sandy is talking about is we had some 100% silk that we bought in as a sample lot to do some naked silk. And we personally weren't 100% happy with the quality. It was good, but not what we wanted, so we popped some colors over it, which was amazing, and then we put it out at a really sharp price. But it is pretty incredible, and you're doing a shoreline tee and it looks divine. I bet it looks divine. Make sure you post that in the Speakeasy, Sandy, because it would be so good to see that. It will be that silk is absolutely glorious. And in fact, speaking of silk, did I leave it? No, it's in my basket. Bother. I have got gifted from Delene when the samples came back, because Delene does a lot of our sample knitting. There was this beautiful silk scarf that she'd knitted me using the alpaca silk from Blue Sky Fibres, and it was absolutely glorious, Delene. And it's in my hot pink, which I love, my absolute fave. So thank you very much for that. Right, I'm going to get going because I've got 1,000,001 things I need to do, and now that I've got the lights set up, I can pull finger and photograph those yarns and get those up and running for you, so you can get those ordered down. And make sure if you've got anything that you're posting, do post it over onto the Speakeasy. We'd love to see it. And a reminder too for our friends across in Australia, we still do have the half price shipping on any parcels going across to Australia on DHL under 2 kilos or up to 2 kilos. So do make sure you use that. I know that you've got a bit more freedom now, but there's still plenty of knitting to be done. So do make sure you take advantage of that order while you can. All right, I'm going to stop talking because I can get on and do all these bits and pieces for you. Take care. I will be back here again on Thursday, and until then, have a fantastic day. See you later.